Coisa.
Hi, Libby Carino here with Dr. Tara Shelby as part of the COISA Community Rising Together online series. I want to welcome Dr. Tara Shelby, who is a naturopathic primary care physician, licensed midwife, and CEO and medical director of Village Medicine in Seattle, Washington. Hi, Dr. Tara, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Great to see you, Libs.
So I'm so excited to be able to bring your wisdom here to COISA and to talk about some of the things that you talked to me about over the last 20 or so years of us knowing each other. And, obviously we met when we were 4. But I wanted to start out with a little bit of your background so that people can understand where you come from and the approach you bring to medicine, as well as the COVID-19 experience in your own practice. So Dr. Tara is a born and raised New Yorker, just so everybody knows. She attended Cornell. She has a BS in human biology and health and society. She has a graduate degree in spirituality, health, and medicine, and her doctorate and licensed midwifery degrees come from Bastyr University in Seattle. She has significant research history through the University of Washington Center for AIDS Research and is a certified disease intervention specialist. Dr. Shelby is also an advanced practitioner through the Center for Mind-Body Medicine in Washington, D.C. So that's quite a resume for someone who I think looks at health with one of the most unique perspectives I've ever seen, which is a truly holistic mind-body approach. So I thought where we would start is just asking you to tell everybody what that means to you. What does naturopathic medicine and approaching health from a holistic perspective, especially in this time, mean to you?
Wow. Well, what it means to me actually goes back to the reason why I chose to become a naturopathic physician instead of going down the conventional MD route, which is really based on the philosophy of naturopathic medicine, which, I came into becoming a physician through being a professional patient. So it was through my own trials and tribulations with my own health and all of the magnificent and not so magnificent physicians that I worked with that I stayed really curious.
So can you tell the audience a little bit about what naturopathic medicine actually does and how it approaches human health?
Sure. So what we do is we treat the whole person, not just the parts. And we really begin by looking at somebody through the eyes of the healing power of nature. In Latin, that's the vis medicatrix naturae. So that's taking into recognition that there's a self-inherent healing process that each person has that's really ordered and intelligent. So when we start with looking at the healing power of nature, that begins within the individual. We also look to identify and treat the causes. So that in Latin is tolle causism, which is looking at understanding the underlying causes rather than just suppressing or eliminating symptoms.
So the naturopathic approach that you were talking about with me earlier this week and really involved 4 things that could really assist people at home with the strength of their immunity to the best of their ability, and also give them some empowerment to maybe calm some of their anxiety. So what were the 4 things that somebody sitting at home right now can do no matter where they find themselves?
That's an awesome point. Number 1, you guys breathe. Inspiration and expiration. When you come back into your breath, you become present. And what you need to fill your body, mind, and souls with right now is air. Oxygen gives us life. When we hold our breath or we don't inhale or exhale completely, we're not releasing enough carbon dioxide, which can throw off our pH and shift our neurotransmitters and hormones. So just by breathing fully and completely, big inhalations, hold it for a second, big exhalation. Hold it for a second. Just breathe. That's definitely the first one.
Okay. Number 1, oxygen into the bloodstream. Got it.
And if you want bonus points on the breath section there, then hug a tree and breathe, because if we're the two-leggeds and our animals, our dogs, are the four-leggeds, then the trees are the one-leggeds. And it's remarkable that we exhale carbon dioxide, the trees inhale that, and then they exhale oxygen. They're so important. They are our freshest version of breath.
Is that why you think people are noticing more and more people walking outside and on trails and sort of experiencing nature because it's naturally good for the body and helps regulate anxiety?
Yeah, we're really just mammals. We've forgotten that quite a bit. We're so busy living from here up in our consciousness, in our brains, and our overstimulation lifestyle, thinking, that not only does breath actually get augmented by being outdoors, having a fresh breath,
Mm.
but also it helps us come back into our body, because we have to breathe down into our lungs, or we could even breathe down into our pelvis, or breathe into parts of our body that hurt to bring it more oxygen
Mm.
and shift that healing dynamic, which is huge. Just
So
breathe.
we're already naturally seeing people intuitively knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm.
What else can they do once they're outside and breathing? What comes next?
Sleep. Sleep is huge. None of us get enough deep sleep. And
Mm.
it's actually pretty incredible when somebody isn't feeling well, you're going to sleep more often. But what if we started from a place of feeling full of rest? Our body can do so many other processes and rehabilitate broken down tissues. We can make more white blood cells and red blood cells and everything we need to be more immunocompetent when we provide ourselves with enough sleep, deep,
Okay.
restful sleep.
So to the best of our ability, regular sleep, regular sleep cycle helps the body.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about number 3?
Hydration. Go ahead and fill up a lovely large container. The basic rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces every day of water. And what you want to do is actually drink plenty of fluid before you eat a meal. A lot of us are accustomed to eating a big meal and then wanting that big glass of water, but that takes food in our stomach and then makes it into soup, which then we need more digestive enzymes to break down. But if you first drink plenty of water on an empty stomach, then you'll actually eat a little bit less and it's much easier for the body to digest. So trying to get in at least half of your body weight in ounces a day, try to get to that first amount by lunchtime or before lunchtime, because the last thing you want to do is drink a whole bunch at night and be up all night having to go to the bathroom.
Mm.
So plenty of good water, and spice it up. You have a moment, right? If you're at home, you're in your apartment and or your house, go ahead, throw a lemon in it. Or see, out here, I know it's a little more springy than it is where you guys are, but rosemary or mint or anything else that might be growing around, just throw it in there. Just a couple of berries.
Experiment, right?
Experiment, have fun, flavor your water a little bit with just natural, simple things. Drink water. It's a great way of flushing things through your body, and you need enough water to let things go. It's great for your skin. It's great for your hormones. It's great for your digestive tract. Most of us are sort of pickled, if you will. Think about coffee in the morning and alcohol at night. It's basically a really drying process, and we need plenty of water to let things flow through us.
Well, I know that after working with you and talking with you all these years, that's sort of ingrained in me now is how important lots of quality water is to the regulation of the system in general.
Yeah.
And the last piece, the fourth thing that people can do is what?
The last thing that we should really focus on is moving our bodies. So we have all these energy meridians, and just like we have blood and veins and arteries and all this stuff moving through us, including oxygen and lymph tissue, we need to move energy. And so we're going to have more anxiety that's going to build up if we're not shaking it out or moving it through our bodies. That's a very common trait to all the mammals when we're talking about the hypothalamic pituitary axis and how to be able to let stuff go from the sympathetic running from a bare nervous system to the parasympathetic rest and relax. So if you watch animals, when they go through a stressful experience, they shake everything off from head to toe. So you want to move your body. So whether that's a walk outside, or I know when I first got my Fitbit, trying to get in those 10,000 steps a day, that I do the last couple hundred right before bed, go to get in and make sure I got yay, you did your 10,000 steps.
The reward system.
Yeah, the reward system, whatever
Right.
works, right?
Yeah.
just moving. So even if you're watching TV, and if it's hopefully it's not just the news, you're filling your brain with other beautiful things, because there is so much light and inspiration out of all of this. Go ahead, drop down, do some tricep dips, or go for it. Like stretch out, do that yoga you would be never willing to do, or go to that yoga class, download something real quick and just try it. Just give it a try, because it's beautiful in the sense that it combines breath work with movement. But you've got to move this through you, folks. In fact, there's lots of great research for couples that they do much better if they walk and talk versus sit and talk. So in a lot of Chinese medicine, they find that, again, with that movement of energy through the body, if you go for a walk and talk, things get resolved much easier.
Beautiful.